Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the special meeting for the City Council. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Secretary, take roll call.
Okay. Councilman Gary Donovan.
Councilman Gary Donovan, Council at Large, present.
Councilwoman Colleen O'Connor.
Councilwoman Colleen O'Connor, Council at Large here.
Councilman Ronald Quagliani.
Council at Large, present.
Councilwoman Bridget Hosky. Councilwoman Melly Garthwaite. Councilwoman Sarah Akbarelli is absent. Councilman Mitchell Galagnano is absent. Councilwoman Robin Watt Hamilton.
Councilwoman Robin Watt Hamilton, fifth district present.
Councilwoman Catherine Tucker is absent. Councilman Victor Boris is absent. Councilman Robert Bruno.
Councilman Robert Bruno, 9th District present.
Councilman Stephen Johnstone.
Councilman Stephen Johnstone, 10th District present.
And Chairman Peter Massaro.
Chairman Peter Massaro, 6th District Councilman present.
And we have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. You read the notice, please.
I sure will.
Thank you.
West Haven City Council, notice agenda, special meeting, August 15th, 2023. Notice, in accordance with Rule Number 11 of the rules governing the actions of the City Council, Mayor Nancy R. Rossi has called a special meeting of the West Haven City Council to be held at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, August 15th, 2023, at the third floor City Council Chambers, City Hall. The purpose of this special meeting is as follows. Discussion and action on the tentative agreement between the City of West Haven and the West Haven Police Department, Local Number 895, UPSEU-COPS.
Mayor Stacy. Okay. A discussion on this contract. And I will hand it over to the Finance Department. Bridget.
Thank you, Councilman. I would like to bring the contract out favorably. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Okay, so moved. Second.
No?
No, I just have a question. Are we just doing this in committee first and then the whole council? I'm very confused.
No, it's just the whole council,
Okay.
but she's leading it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So who do we have as the first?
I did the motion.
Gotcha.
And then I seconded.
Thank you.
Discussion?
Can we have Attorney Hodgson come up and give us an overview of the
Oh.
plan, if we could? Maybe an update on the tentative agreement, the vote, those types of things?
That'd be my pleasure. Thank you. I'm Chris Hodgson from Bertram Moses. Nice to see everyone tonight. Before you is the tentative agreement between the City of West Haven and the West Haven Police, Local 895, UPSU COPS, concerning a pension change for members hired since November 1, 2009. They had been in a defined contribution plan, and the parties have agreed that those members will transfer to the West Haven Police Defined Benefit Plan effective July 1, 2023, on the terms described in the tentative agreement. That employees will have the opportunity to purchase past service time going back to 2009 by paying 8% of their base. They will pay 9% on ratification for this benefit. And the term of the pension plan shall now be 2023 through 2028. This was the main part of the agreement. The union today voted in favor of it, 95-2, I understand. So we're asking you to ratify it as well this evening. The other parts of this agreement concerned employees hired prior to 2009. They will be eligible at 25 years of continuous service to enter into a deferred retirement option plan, which we could explain, but generally it's on average cost neutral to the city, whereby they will continue working for a period of time, but their pension will be paid to them in a lump sum starting from when they entered the drop. So there's a benefit to them and a benefit to the city. In addition, to encourage members to stay, that if they complete 25 years of service, for officers hired prior to 2009. They would receive a 5% increase in their pension calculation from 60% to 65%. And as well, if they retire with 30 more years of service, they will not have premium cost share. In exchange for that, they've increased their premium, they've increased what they pay for their pension from 9% to 9.5%. So we're here tonight to ask the council to ratify this agreement.
Any discussion? Councilman?
Thank you. So Chris, just the finance piece of it. So the projected cost of the enhancement to the pension plan is 4.3 million, is it? 4.8 million.
Yeah, to include the retiree medical as well as the pension, so it's not all pension.
Right, so it's over 20 years, so the average cost is about 240,000 a year.
Correct.
To the bottom line, right? So I think, you know, we've had many presentations up here, the chief's been up here, the commissioners have been up here regarding the transient nature of the police department and the amount of officers that we've lost specifically to not having a defined benefit plan for the post-2009 officers. So the cost to train an officer is probably north of $100,000. We're losing a half a dozen a year. To me, the finances work. I just have a question, so just so I understand the calculation. And so not every officer, I'm employed as a police officer now, I have 6 years on the job. I'm happy working my 401K or whatever, it's a 403, is it a 401K or a 403B?
It's 401K.
401K, so I'm happy with that. This is an option for them to buy into the pension, right? They don't have to.
No, every officer hired from after November 1 of 2009 is going to enter the defined benefit plan unless they were at or over the age of 40 when they were hired since 2009. So it's not, you know, like a menu where they're gonna pick a la carte there. They have to go into that plan unless they're hired at age 40. And the reason for that is people hired at or age 40 wouldn't be able to achieve normal retirement under the DB plan, so they could stay in the 401. The chiefs thought was fair.
So if I have 10 years on the job and let's round it out, I base pay for, say, $50,000, so $500,000, I have to come up, the police officer, with 8% of that to buy into the pension, is that correct?
If they want to. That was the distinction, because a lot of officers, they had different 401 savings. Some had a lot, some had little or none, from what I understand. And so those officers with little or none, well, they can either come up with the money to buy years of service, or they're going to start from July 1, 23 and go forward. And the ones who have the money could buy back the whatever.
Right. So no money into it, you start July 1 fresh, that's your first day of the pension, right? And then depending on how much you want to buy, if I have 10 years on and I want to buy 10 years, then I'm vested for 10 years into that pension.
Correct.
And there's no penalty to take money out of the 401K and transfer it to the pension to buy years of service, or is there a penalty?
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Everyone's shaking their head in the back row.
No.
It's nice to have support. Thank you.
There's not, or there should not be. That's
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's gonna be up to them, but, so you either start, if I do nothing, I'm starting the pension just past July 1.
Correct, and keep whatever you have in your 401.
Okay, that's it for now, thank you.
Any other questions? Commissioner Clement, did you want to say something? You, okay. Councilwoman?
Just a quick question, I was wondering if anybody
Could tell us, how does this affect, or does it affect the mill rate at all? I don't know who can tell, at all.
Mayor Rossi?
The only way it's gonna affect the mill rate was the $4.8 million. That was one of the things, and that's why we wanted it basically amortized over the 20 years, which is what is going to happen. So it ends up being, as Councilman Quagliani said, approximately $240,000 a year. We will be building that into our budget. David Taylor unfortunately had a planned vacation, that's the only reason he is not here. But, we will be building that into our 5-year plan, and we will also, you know, constantly monitor everything, but it, again, $240,000 on one hand is the cash that we spend every year. Probably triple that in that thing is what it costs for the officers to come here and then leave. So we can't lose any more officers. We don't want a transient police force, as was stated already here. It's very, very important that we have a good police force, and we do have a good police force. I don't wanna see any of them leaving, and I hope everybody feels the same that's in this room.
Thank you.
So I have a question, cause I always like to play devil's advocate. You're gonna love it, Commissioner. So when do we have to come up with the 200,000 to start this? And if it's sooner, I know we have to go before the MARB and get the MARB to approve. But when they ask where are we getting the initial 200,000 pot, what's our answer?
David Taylor has it put away in the budget, and,
Oh,
and it's
fantastic.
not.
I just want it for the record.
Oh,
I'm
no, I
asking
appreciate
for
that.
the record. So as much as we say we're gonna save on, new hires, I think it would be prudent of me to say that's really not the case until we backfill the 30 spots we have open. Correct, there's still, I'm just wanting to make sure that it's out there, so we still have 30 spots open? See?
With our vacancies and people that are out injured, might really, we're about 95.
So there's gonna be, not necessarily, like it says there's gonna be savings, but I just want, there will be savings, but we have to get right-sized first, and we're down 30 officers. So I just wanna make sure that, I am completely for this, I've talked about it for 6 years, so, but I just wanna make sure that we are knowing that it's gonna take a little bit. The savings for training isn't just around the corner. We still have to, hopefully you're gonna post and 30 people are gonna come and wanna be here and it'll get over in 1 year. Did you wanna say anything, Commissioner Collins?
Thank you very much.
Okay. You sure?
No, I just wanted to make the point, when you're talking about 240,000, just realize that's only 2 officers losing.
Right,
It costs to train 2 officers, we're losing an average of 6,
right,
talking like 2 breaks even.
yes. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, thank you. Any other questions, Councilman?
I don't have a question, mine's more of a comment. I'm just proud and honored to be on the council that gotten this thing going, and I do thank Councilwoman Hosky, and many others, Councilman Bruno, that got involved with this, and the mayor and the police, and I'm very honored to be saying yes to this tonight, and it's something that was well overdue, and that's pretty much all I had to say on my comments, so.
I'm sorry?
You stole my words. That's all I got to say.
Any other comments? Okay, can we do a roll call?
Look, I just for complete transparency, this pension program is for active members of the police department. I am not an active member of the police department. There is not a conflict for me, so I will be voting.
Aye, Chair, Councilman. Anyone else? Can we, do a roll call vote?
Absolutely. Councilman Gary Donovan,
Absolutely, yes.
Councilwoman Colleen O'Connor,
Yes.
Councilman Ron Quagliani,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bridget Hosky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Melly Garthwaite,
Yes.
Councilwoman Robin Watt Hamilton,
Yes.
Councilman Robert Bruno,
Yes.
Councilman Stephen Johnstone,
Yes.
and Chairman Peter Massaro.
Well, okay, yes.
Okay.
It's a long time coming.
To read the
Yes.
resolution?
Would you like me to? I would love to. To the Honorable City Council of the City of West Haven, your Committee on Finance, to whom was referred the matter of the tentative agreement between the City of West Haven and West Haven Police Local 895 UPSEU COPS relative to the City of West Haven Police Pension Plan, reports that the committee met on the 15th day of August 2023 to consider said matter. It is the unanimous opinion of the committee that the following motion be presented. Authorizing resolution of the City of West Haven City Council. Whereas the City of West Haven and the West Haven Police Local Number 895 UPSEU COPS have entered into a tentative agreement relative to the City of West Haven Police Pension Plan. And whereas the City Council of the City of West Haven is required to approve the tentative agreement in accordance with Connecticut General Statutes, Section 7-474. Whereas the mayor and her administration have executive duties for administrating contractual relationships. Resolved that the tentative agreement relative to the City of West Haven Police Pension Plan attached hereto is approved, and the mayor or her designee is authorized to execute a final agreement. Further resolved that Nancy R. Rossi, as mayor of the City of West Haven, is authorized and directed to execute and deliver any and all documents related to this resolution on behalf of the City of West Haven, and to do and perform all acts and things which she deems to be necessary or appropriate to carry out the terms of such documents, including but not limited to executing and delivering all agreements and documents contemplated by such documents.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I ask a question? When will we be able to bring this to the mark? Are we gonna try for a special meeting this month with them?
Well, they have a tentative special meeting. I don't remember the date, I don't believe it's this week, it's the following week. So I can ask, for them to put it on, because that is the final step. So it is very important to have them weigh in on it and be happy to find out that it's passed the city council. So, no, I absolutely wanna get it there sooner rather than later. So hopefully they still have the meeting, because it was a tentative special meeting. But I will call Kim Kennison. I don't know if she's still away, but I will contact her tomorrow.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mayor Rossi. And that is all that we have, Chairman, for the Finance Committee.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilwoman Hosky, and I want to thank everybody, and this was the best thing that I've heard happen since I've been in this seat. As far as I'm concerned, it's well-deserved, and God bless our police forces. All right. May I have a motion?
Motion.
August
Second.
24th.